Hello everybody, Grim Ninja here, and I'm going to be continuing my mono poison lock of Emerald Seaglass. Now, there was an incident. I had started recording, and then something happened. I don't know what. You'll see that we are no longer at the entrance of Petalburg Woods. I'm going to sum things up a little bit. Picked up a few items, beat a trainer, caught a Cascoon, named it Dusty. I'm glad I saved here so that I didn't lose too much. Yeah, I was at a point where I was spending time looking up details about some of my Pokemon because I found out something interesting after the woods. So unfortunately, I don't have footage from what was missed. Luckily, you didn't miss too much. It's a shame because I was talking about like genuinely interesting things before, but hey, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's unfortunate, but we're just gonna keep going. And like I said, at least not too much was missed. All we did was enter. Now this guy, I did battle him before, but obviously lost some data. So we are going to be battling a Whalmer. I was talking about how a Whalmer, if I'm not mistaken, is really strong. Like it has good stats for this early in the game. So you need to have some Pokemon, some like really good Pokemon in here. And that's another thing I mentioned before is, aren't Whalmer and Wailord physical attackers? Like, I wouldn't know because I don't use them much, but I could have sworn Whalmer and Wailord were physical attackers. I could be wrong. Like I said, I just don't know. I don't necessarily use Whalmer and Wailord every time I play Pokemon Emerald. Levels up, earns acid, and we defeat the Team Aqua Grunt with no issue. You know, what I should be doing is saving a save state at the beginning of each video. If I save a save state, then if I do lose data, if I do lose stuff, I can go all the way back. That way nothing is missed. Darn, I wish I'd thought of that. And I only saved here because I'm a compulsive saver who likes to save before events that I know are coming. So I saved before the grunt battle. I don't know what showed up there, but I wasn't catching it regardless. Spinarak, not a problem. Now, I like having James at the front, but I might actually shift King to the front because basically everything in this forest is weak to flying. And we have Peck. Sure, it doesn't kill in one hit, but it's better than having to waste a turn switching because I can't do much damage. King grew to level 10. Any other level ups? Nope. We're actually going to go into our Pokemon, and I'm going to put King at the front. I'm going to move Corpse up here. Yeah, so for Roxanne, we're going to have King and, I think, Princess. Yeah, King and Princess, who both have Double Kick. And we've got James with Magical Leaf, and does Corpse have a Grass-type move yet? They have Absorb. Not the best, but hey, it's a Grass-type move regardless. If you take Bug Pokemon to school, you get to be instantly popular. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think that's true. You know, now thinking about it, I wonder if I still have a Pokewalker somewhere. Because I bought both Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Both came with a Pokewalker. So I have 2 Pokewalkers somewhere in my house. Unless I got rid of them. Which is entirely possible. I have no idea. I'd be curious to know what's on them. I'd probably have to wipe data from them at this point, because I've probably reset my files too many times. I'd be curious to know what's on them, if they're even still active. The batteries in them are probably dead by now. It's been years since I've even seen them. What would I even use them for at this point? I don't know. I mean, they're old. I don't think it'd be worth very much. So here we go. Okay, right here. So, okay, let's first grab our berries. Got cherry berries. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I'm not going to be allowed to grow more berries because it's like it's a resource management thing, and the berries grow with the actual time, not with not like in-game time, which means I could easily start growing something and then just do nothing for a bit and then grab more berries and then do the same until I have a bunch of berries, and that's just not fair. Heck, I guess. Double kick's not gonna do much. You know what? Actually, let's try double kick. It's gonna be neutral because it's a... Okay, so double kick would have been much better there than Peck. Nope. Meryl, okay. So Meryl is one of those Pokemon. So for whatever reason, so I think it's because of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So Meryl, oh, I used double kick and it's a fairy type. Oh, I'm so dumb. So yeah, so Meryl. Because I played Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which are remakes of Generation 2, for some reason, and I don't know why, for some reason, because your friend in Heart Gold, Soul Silver has a Meryl following them, I always thought, oh, well, Heart Gold, Soul Silver is a Gen 4 game, Meryl's a Gen 4 Pokemon. No! Meryl is not a Gen 4 Pokemon. Oh, I've always felt dumb about that, but I still make that mistake. Hell, I'm not even sure if it is Gen 2 or Gen 1. Hold on, let me look it up real quick so I don't... I say so I don't sound like an idiot, but I probably sound like an idiot for not knowing. Hold on. Okay, it is Generation 2. Good. Okay, I sound less like an idiot than I did before. Good, thank goodness. Thank Arceus. I sound less stupid now. Oh, Meowth is here. Okay, that's good to know for when I do a normal run. See, the one good thing about the Pokemon I started with, which was Smog the Coughing, is that if I get a Pokemon that... So, because Coughing, I'm pretty sure you would find in that smoky cave near the... I don't remember what it's called. Near the city where you have fire. The fire gym. And like you have to go through it since you don't have the goggles, like to get to the town that's all the way in the north that's near Meteor Falls. I can't remember that town's name either. The only name coming to mind is Ambret, but I don't think that's it. I think that's a different generation entirely. Okay, Corpse leveled up. Smog leveled up. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure coughing would appear there, which is about mid-game. So having a Pokemon that I would normally get mid-game earlier is good. It's good, because it means that I have a Pokemon that I normally wouldn't for a while. If I had, however, gotten something like, I don't know, like one of the Nidorans, or like Oddish, that would suck, because it would mean I have one less encounter from early on, which means it means I have basically one less Pokemon to deal with any situation. Now, this is what I was talking about where I was doing research. So you guys know that when I catch a Pokemon, I like to go through its nature. So for example here, this Nidoran has a lower special defense and a higher speed. Now, I'm okay with this, because despite not being so, even a little bit of speed in Pokemon is helpful. So having slightly less special defense, I don't mind, so I'm okay with this nature. This, however, I am not okay with this. So it turns out Victreebel has a higher physical attack than special attack. Which is weird, right? Or at least it did in Generation 4. So when I was checking, so my default for checking on Pokemon has become Generation 4 because that's the games I play the most. In Generation 4, Victreebel had an attack stat of 105 and a special attack of 100. However, I'm pretty sure these use Generation 9 mechanics. So I had to switch to Generation 9, and that's when an issue arose in my recording. So I had to reset to my last save. So I looked, and whereas Victreebel used to have an attack of 105 and a special attack of 100. Oh wait, I'm looking at Mega, hold on. Nope, I was right. I scrolled all the way down and it showed me the Mega stats, which has Mega Victreebel with a special attack of 135 and an attack of 125. But no, regular Victreebel is still higher attack. So the fact that here, that James has an attack lowering nature is awful. So I need to change that nature. Now, in here, they actually sell nature mints. So if I look at Victreebel's stats, I'd be willing to sacrifice, I think, so because a lot of fire, a lot of fire and psychic type moves, which are super effective against Victreebel, are special. So I'd rather have special defense over physical, even though most flying type moves are physical, because a bunch of Victreebel's other weaknesses, fire, ice, psychic, are special. So I'd rather have special defense. So I want a nature that boosts physical physical attack or speed or special attack and lowers defense. Now I'm looking through Victreebel's move learning. It's got mostly physical move, I believe. Hold on. It's showing me stuff from ZA. I don't want to look at ZA stuff. I want to look at Scarlet Violet stuff. Oh, this is obnoxious. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use Generation 8 as a reference. Let's see. Leaf Tornado, Vine Whip, Razor Leaf, those are kind of bad. Wrap, that's bad. Acid, that's bad. Knockoff, decent. Poison Jab, good. Slam, good. Leaf Blade, good. And then a bunch of good TMs. So yeah, so I want either a speed or attack boosting nature and a defense lowering nature. Because I want to leave room for a special attack just in case. Because I'm not going to have all my physical attacks all the way through, right? Not to mention, right now, James has Magical Leaf. James has Magical Leaf. So, I don't want to lower its special attack. So what I'm going to do is I want an attack boosting nature or a speed boosting nature with a special or with a physical defense lowering nature, which means I either want Lonely or Hasty. Let's see. Higher physical attack means more damage, but Victory Bell isn't the fastest of Pokemon. Do I want to boost its attack, deal more damage, or its speed so that I'm more likely to go first? Let me actually check James's Chlorophyll. Raises speed and sunshine. That raises speed. So, in case one of my Pokemon gets Sunny Day, especially if Salazzle is in this game, I'm pretty sure Salazzle can get Sunny Day from a TM. Plus it's a fire type. So I'd give Sunny Day to like Salazzle or another one of my grass types, and then I don't have to worry about speed, which means I'm more likely to want Lonely, which boosts attack, lowers defense. So I'm gonna buy one Lonely Mint for James. Nope, not talking to you. Bag. It should be, yeah, it's in medicine, or it's in items. Oh, I hate this depiction that healing items are mixed with non-healing items. Oh, that's gonna be so obnoxious later. Oh, I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about the Emerald Bag. I wish they'd changed that when they made this mod. Let's see, so Lonely Mint, Lonely Mint, Lonely Mint, we're gonna use that on James. So now, if we look at James, he now has an attack of 25 and a special attack of 23 with a defense of only 13. This is acceptable. Let's look at our next Pokemon. So King, we've determined, is fine because Naive boosts speed and lowers special defense, which I don't mind. Even though Nidoking isn't the fastest of all things. Let me look things up just to be safe. So Nidoking. Nidoking has a high attack and has a speed equal to its special attack. So an increase in speed isn't that bad. A lowering defense isn't bad. Unfortunately, the problem with lowering the defenses is that pure poison types have a weakness to Psychic, which is mostly special moves, and Ground, which is mostly physical moves. So that becomes a problem. Luckily, Nidoking and Nidoqueen are not just poison, they are poison ground. And the ground type is weak to Grass, which is a mix of special and physical, Psychic, which is Water, which is mostly special, and Ice, which is mostly special. So, since most of a poison ground type's weaknesses are going to be special, I'd rather lower physical defense. However, on Nidoking and Nidoqueen, I'm also mostly going to be going physical. So, I'm more inclined to switch it from Naive to Jolly to lower its special attack in exchange for speed. So let's get a Jolly Mint. Let me write this down somewhere. Hold on. here. I've got an actual DS here. Instead of using paper notes, I'm gonna be using the notepad Pokitch. Oh goodness, I don't have the notepad Pokitch. I forgot to go to the Pokitch freaking building. No. Okay. Well, guys, I don't have a way of taking notes. This could be a problem. Okay. Well, I'll just try and remember. Okay. So, Jolly. I've already forgotten. Short-term memory problems. Gotta love them. Okay, so, let's see. So, we want a Jolly Mint. There you are. Okay, so buy a Jolly Mint. And I'm actually gonna buy a second Jolly Mint, probably, because if I'm not mistaken, Nidoqueen has basically the same stats. I always make this mistake with Nidoqueen and Vespiquen. Because Vespiquen is just 1E, I often think, oh, Nidoqueen is the same thing, but it's not. Yeah, so, Nidoqueen is slightly more defensive than Nidoking. However, it's basically the same thing where most of its moves are physical. Most of its moves are physical, so I'm going to buy a second Jolly Mint. Because I don't know what nature Princess has right now. Princess now has a Jolly Mint, or a Jolly Nature, and King now has a Jolly Nature. I'm gonna have to come back here often, or like get a Pokemon with Fly. Hopefully I'll get a Zubat soon enough. Let's see. I know Vileplume is a special attacker. Gentle Nature, what is Gentle? Gentle is lower defense, increased special defense. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Ekans, Poison Dark. Arbok is a physical attacker. What is Docile Nature? Docile is neutral. I'll allow that. That's fine. No need to waste money. Smog. Oh, I don't remember. Alright guys, I gotta do some research on something real quick. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna cut this out, you guys can enjoy the music, but I'm gonna do some research based on all the other Pokemon I have. Alright guys, I actually changed my mind. There's research to be done. However, I'm thinking I can just manage my Pokemon's natures after I'm done recording, because, let's be honest, you guys don't want to see a video just being quiet. I am still going to look up Wheezing now. Because Wheezing is the Pokemon I have. Let's see. A good mix of physical and special attacks. And it has an average attack and special attack. Honestly, I think I kind of want a neutral nature for... I want a neutral nature for Smog. What is Impish? Special attack down, defense up. I don't know that that's necessary. Wheezing is already a very physically bulky Pokemon. Good HP stat, high physical defense. I think like I'll just get like a Hardy Mint or something, like for a neutral nature, you know? I think a neutral nature would be best for her. Makes each stat grow equally. Yes, that's what we want. So we're gonna use that on Smog. So let's move on. I want to at least get to Rustboro this video. So we're gonna go until we reach Rustboro. You know what? No. I said we're gonna at least reach Rustboro? No, you know what? I'm not ending this recording until we've battled Roxanne. Luckily, we've got double kick, so this should be rather easy. We didn't even need the second kick. A single kick was all we needed. James grew to level 12. Why couldn't you wait? Why is that the snowboarder sprite? He's got a snowboarder sprite. You've got a long vision, lady. She saw me from, what was that, like 6-7 tiles away? Lotad, that's weak to flying. See, if both these Pokemon were fully evolved, this would be a neutral matchup. Because poison beats grass, but water beats ground. Unfortunately, we're at the first level, and I have a flying type move. Therefore, I have the advantage. And a Shroomish. Unfortunately, if these two were fully evolved, then the Shroomish would have no chance. Unless it does that. I'm gonna say, Paralysis is the worst status effect in Pokemon. Because you can thaw out pretty quickly from freeze, but Paralysis is nasty. So I'm gonna check my bag. I should have that paralyzed heal. Yep, there it is. Whoop, whoop. There we go. And we have potions. Gonna use one of them on King. Because the last thing I want to do is not heal and then lose a Pokemon. Okay, so 2 here. You know what? I think it would. Let's have the King and Princess fight together. Attack, which is super effective. And then Double Kick, which should finish it off. Yep, there we go. You can use Bide all you want. Peck plus Double Kick kills you every time. Oh wait. Oh, okay. For a sec I thought it wasn't gonna kill with one. I mean, it was first turn of Bide, so it wouldn't have mattered, but... Princess levels up. Oh no. Okay, I didn't think this was a battle. Where do we get the... Oh, the rod! I'm an idiot. I was like, oh, it's a fisherman. He's gonna give us a rod. No! The guy who gives you the rod is intriguing... What was it, Dewford? Dewford, is that what the island city is called? The island town where you fight Brawly? That is Dewford, right? I'm not dumb? Can you guys tell I don't remember a lot about Generation 3? I mean, I'm a Generation 4 baby. I grew up with Diamond, Pearl, Platinum before I could even read. I beat Platinum before I knew type effectiveness. For me it was, oh, this color is good against this Pokemon. That's how it was for me. It's higher number better, this color works against this Pokemon. That's how I beat Platinum my first time around. Now I actually know the value of numbers and of types. So I'm actually decent at Pokemon. I'm not the best at team building. Don't get me wrong. I could never do competitive. But I like doing these little challenge runs. Ammonite. I mean, you're a rock type, you're straight. Yeah, they were giving trainers new Pokemon. And Kabuto also takes a double kick. Luckily, both of these fossil water Pokemon were rock type. Corkscrew to level 11, that's nice. Let's grab, oh hello. His berries growing. If you take them, make sure you plant a berry in the same spot. That's common courtesy. Guys, I have not been doing that. Apparently... And guys, I think I am actually just gonna end it when we get to the Rustboro Pokemon Center, and then first thing we'll do next episode is challenge Roxanne. That's the mart. We want Pokemon Center. So let's heal up our Pokemon. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm gonna end it here, and then between this episode and next episode, I'm gonna go through all my Pokemon, buy the mints to fix their natures. And then at the start of the next video, I'm going to challenge Rustboro Gym. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more, or you want me to name one of the Pokemon I have, let me actually show you guys what I do have real quick, since we haven't actually looked in a box today. So if you want to... Hold on, we're getting... Mudkip go. Oh, you don't go in the crypt, though. If you want to name one of these 10 Pokemon after your YouTube username, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll take them to the name changer and change the name. But that's all for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you next time.